a little while, and then I'll join you towards the end when we do a little bit of Q&A. Sound good?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes, please do.
Rudy, shall we start?
Yes, whenever you're ready, Nikki.
Okay.
I've handed things over to you.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Nikki. Very glad to have this opportunity to share with you some of my work experience and opinions. I have been practicing law in China for 22 years. According to Rudy's suggestion, I'm going to talk about the following 3 topics, combining with my working experiences. Number 1, the role of lawyers in facilitating Sino global trade. Number 2, how Chinese law differs from US, Canada. And number 3, why my firm sees opportunity in setting up a Toronto branch. Of course, these are all big topics, and within 20 minutes, I can only discuss them very briefly. First of all, I'd like to make a brief introduction to the background of my law practicing. I work in the Shenzhen office of Beijing Inke Law Firm, and I'm a senior partner. Headquartered in Beijing, China, Inke Law Firm provides global legal services. Inke has 83 branches in China and 41 offices overseas. In October last year, the number of Inke lawyers in China exceeded 10,000, which made Inke the first law firm to exceed 10,000 lawyers all around the world. Inke Shenzhen office has 4 Inke lawyers has 434 lawyers, 300 members of supporting staff. Its office space is 7,300 square meters. It's located in the center of Futian district, next to the city hall. Shenzhen is very close to Hong Kong and has a population of more than 20 million people. Downtown Shenzhen is only 15 minutes drive from central Hong Kong. Let me show you some pictures to make my speech a little more interesting. I'll show you my screen. Yeah. You can see these 2 beautiful pictures. This is the center of Futian district. And in the middle, the short building is the city hall. It looks like a bird in flight because the mascot of Shenzhen is the rock. And this is the night view of the central district. This one is the building where my law firm is, Inke Law Firm. You can see this from far away. And this is the front desk of my law firm. This is a public reception area. At the end of it is a coffee bar. It serves coffee, tea for free, and desserts. This is the office. This is the office area with a small bar here. And this is a conference room. We have 10 of this. Shenzhen is a modern and international metropolis. It is very active in foreign trade. Lawyers here play a very important role in the process. We go to court, we participate in negotiation on behalf of clients, we draft legal documents, we conduct due diligence, and so on. At the same time, from time to time, we visit foreign law firms, companies, and the relevant government departments and invite them to come to Shenzhen. And usually it is boring to present the work of a lawyer. So to make it a little more interesting, I also explain with pictures of my work. You can see these 4 pictures. And these 2 pictures will help me present the work for the 19th International Botanical Congress. Let's see. In 2017, the 19th International Botanical Congress was held in Shenzhen. This is a very big event for Shenzhen, as this Congress is like the Olympic Games of the international botanical field. President Xi Jinping sent a letter of congratulations to the Congress. Look, this is the huge billboard of the Congress. It's very good. Experts from over 200 countries came to Shenzhen for the Congress. It involved a lot of foreign-related legal affairs. As the sole legal consultant of the Congress, my team did a lot of legal work. It's very stressful. 3 months later, we went out with a summary report of our work. You can see. This is the summary work. Yeah. This is my working desk, a corner of my office. You can see the summary report, how thick it is. It is 651 pages long, and it's just a brief report of our work. You can imagine. Actually, you cannot imagine the workload. It's huge. And to do this, we put together a team of 13 people, 4 partners, 4 associates, 4 paralegals, and 1 intern. This is my team for the work. All looks like from the TV, right? I hope so. And you see this one, this guy, American guy is the intern with the red shirt. And he helped a lot back then. After he returned to the United States, he applied to Cornell University Law School and asked me to write reference for him. Next pictures, you can see this IDA Ireland. In Ireland. These 4 pictures is about the trip to Ireland to do due diligence for a client. This client is a large financial leasing company. 4 years ago, it was looking to expand its investment in Ireland because of Ireland's strong position in aircraft financial leasing. As a legal consultant, a colleague and I went to Ireland to do due diligence. The Irish Investment and Development Agency, this is in front of building of IDA. They paid a lot of attention to us and gave us a detailed introduction about the environment of investment in Ireland. Look, this is what they gave to us then. Also, we held a China-Ireland Relations Forum with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Ireland. You can see this gentleman, Mr. Murphy. Mr. Murphy is from the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Ireland. He helped us a lot when we were in Ireland in that trip. Soon after we returned from Ireland, we were visited by a senior officer from the Bank of Ireland. And through our introduction, they established a business relationship with BGI. This is BGI. This is BGI. And BGI is a well-known genetic engineering company. It's very famous in China. At the same time, foreign agencies visit from time to time. You can see these two pictures is on behalf of INCA, I hosted the Small Business Association of Developing Countries. These two pictures is me hosting the French-speaking African Alliance for Innovative Economies. I introduced the relevant laws of China to them and helped them to contact the relevant companies that were interested in Shenzhen or even in China. Finally, let's take a look at these two pictures. This is me hosting a business delegation of senior women leaders from Australia. At the same time, I witnessed the signing of a strategic cooperation agreement between two chambers of commerce, one from Shenzhen and one from Australia. The above example introduced some of our work. We Chinese lawyers using legal services as bridge have played and still are going to play an important role in facilitating trade between China and the world. Let me come back to you. I stop sharing. Yeah. Okay. And, next, I'm going to talk about the differences between Chinese law and Canadian and American law. This is such a big topic that I can only touch upon it very briefly. In short, China belongs to a different legal system from Canada and the United States. There have been 6 legal systems in human history: civil law, common law, Islamic law, Chinese law, Indian law, and Soviet law. The last 3 have disappeared. So now there are 3 main legal systems all around the world: civil law, common law, and Islamic law. China belongs to civil law legal system, while United States and Canada belong to common law legal system, with Quebec and Louisiana as exceptions. Quebec of Canada and Louisiana of US belong to civil law legal system. Because they belong to different legal systems, the laws of China are quite different from those of Canada and US. Of course, it's impossible tonight in only 20 minutes to discuss in detail. So I'd like to point out a few differences that you might find interesting between the law of China and Canada. Number one, China doesn't have a jury system, but Canada does. We don't have jury in court. Number two, the president is the main source of law in Canada, while in China, the main source of law is statute. President is only for reference. Number three, in China, judges take the lead in court, but in Canada, it is the parties, including lawyers, that take the lead in court. Number four, in China, the law is uniform throughout the country, but in Canada, the laws vary from province to province. Number five, the laws about real estate leasing. Chinese law protects the landlord more, and Canadian law, on the other hand, provides more protection to tenants. In Canada, once the lease contract is signed, it's very difficult for the landlord to raise the rent or terminate the contract, which is not difficult in China. Number six, Canada's labor law are very strong for employee protection, but China's laws are weaker for workers. Number seven, in terms of banking legislation, Canadian law is more about privacy protection, while Chinese law is more about facilitating transaction and convenience. In China, most banking transactions can be done quickly on a smartphone, while in Canada here, many businesses need to be done at the bank's counter. Number eight, in terms of social management legislation, Canada pays more attention to the protection of individual freedom. So the social management is relatively loose, but China pays more attention to maintaining social order, and the social management is relatively strict. Number nine, in administrative legislation, the Chinese law endows the government with great power, while the power of the Canadian government is greatly constrained. Number 10, the choice between the two values of fairness and efficiency, Chinese law prefers to promote efficiency, but Canadian law prefers to guarantee fairness. Of course, there are many differences between Canadian and Chinese laws. The differences are huge. The above are 10 simple examples. By the way, if anyone is interested in this aspect, don't hesitate to contact me, and Star Education has my contact information. You are very welcome. Finally, I'd like to talk about our law firm's plan to set up a branch in Toronto. Our law firm already has 41 offices overseas, but it's grateful that we don't have one in Canada. As relations between China and the United States worsened, some of our clients turned their attention from the United States to Canada. They increasingly look to Canada for investment and trade. The children are planning to come to Canada for education. So the legal services of our law firm follow the steps of clients. had a lot in the COVID-19, the Toronto branch might have been set up. It's a pity. The work has suspended because of the pandemic, but it's definitely on our agenda. So that's all I shared with you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to raise your hand or to ask. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
All right.
Hi.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Nikki. We have a few questions that have come in, and if we get more, we can try to deal with them. We've got about 10 minutes left that we can sort of talk. So maybe we can kind of share a bit in some of the answering. Right?
Okay.
So